Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at Entegra Coach, and I'm excited to show you today the brand new 2025 Entegra Coach Accolade. This motorhome is a bestseller for us here at Entegra Coach. I first want to start off by talking about what platform this thing sits on, as well as some of the unique things we do here at Entegra Coach. First and foremost, this is on the Freightliner S2RV chassis. The incredible thing about this chassis, it is made for the motorhome industry. So it has a 6.7 liter Cummins diesel engine in it, and it also has an Allison 3000 transmission in it. That combination together, we get 360 horsepower and 800 pound-feet of torque. So your tow capacity on this is going to be 12,000 pounds. So if you're a racer and you pull a flat trailer with a car on it, maybe some side-by-sides, you've got plenty of tow capacity for this unit. What also I love about this S2RV chassis is the angle and the slope of this hood. When Freightliner designed this for us, they changed the slope on this hood. We were building on the M2 chassis, which is a great chassis, but at the same time, the hood was a little bit more parallel to the ground. On this one, they actually lowered the degree of angle on this hood, so as a result, there's a better viewing angle inside of this as you're sitting and driving. And talking about sitting and driving, this thing handles great. At Entegra Coach, we're putting the Easy Drive Premier ride and handling system on this. For more information on that, look further into our website. We list off all the components, the features and benefits to that. I don't want to go into that here just simply because this video will get long. So Easy Drive Premier, it makes this thing handle much smaller than actually what it is. One of the unique things about this chassis as well is it does have a 100-gallon fuel tank. It is a single fuel tank between the rails in the rear of the coach. Before, when we were building on the other platform, we had, I believe it was a 76-gallon saddle tank, and it had a transfer pump in between. The problem that we ran into with that is that transfer pump just didn't transfer fuel quick enough. So what our customers were having to do was fill up both sides of the chassis. Now with this 100-gallon single fill fuel tank, it's very convenient. So when you're at the diesel pump, it's just pull up there, put your 100 gallons in. Hopefully it's not 100, maybe more like 90. You need to run with a reserve there, and it's super easy to do. Also a 10-gallon DEF tank on this. Now, that is the platform that we're building on. This motorhome does have the hallmark of Entegra Coach, so one-piece seamless fiberglass front cap. We want to protect your seams. We do not want water infiltration in this. So we have every manufacturer has a horizontal seam that runs right along the corner here of that front cap. We've covered it up kind of like a boat hull to where it totally protects and wraps around and doesn't let any water infiltrate it. This coach does have a higher price point than any of our other coaches, but I'll tell you, all of our Class Cs, we do that one-piece seamless fiberglass front cap because we value your investment. So first and foremost, I wanted to point that out to you. We do have remote-controlled chrome heated mirror, and so that is going to come that way from Freightliner. We do order it in that way. As we come further back to Coach, you will notice that we've got an awning out over your patio. It does have integrated LED light. That does not have a wind sensor. We've chosen on this unit not to put a wind sensor. If you're interested in a wind sensor, at that point you'll bump up to the Accolade XL. This is sufficient for really the majority of our buyers. You're going to notice a nice large travel window inside of inset in this door. This door is robust. Over the last couple years we have beefed it up. There's a lot more steel in this, so going down the road you're not going to get any unwanted wind noise inside of that as you may with some of our competition. Also, we know that this is going to be used for tailgating. We know this is going to be used at the races, so we do give you an outside entertainment center. This does have a 40-inch smart television in it. Down below it, we have premium JBL audio speakers. That is new for this model year. We know that if you're tailgating or potentially at a NASCAR race or even at the campgrounds, you want your music to sound good. So we have upgraded these exterior speakers, and then also I'll show you in a moment interior speakers to JBL premium sound. We believe that that's going to be a benefit for you. And really on this price point of a coach, you shouldn't expect anything less. And so that's new for this model year. What I love about this coach is the abundant storage. As you can see, all down the side of this coach, we have a lot of storage in here. And so with this, we have a carpeted pass-through, a pass-through over the frame rails, but then also up and down the frame rails. This is the same style baggage compartment that we are using on our high-end diesel pushers. And so the exact same construction, the exact same build, and you get massive amounts of storage. The cargo carrying capacity as far as poundage on this unit is very high. And so we feel as though, since it can carry so much, we want to give you the most cubic volume inside of these storage compartments. That's why we do this. Now, a lot of our competitors are not going to build up off the frame rails like we do. We have chosen to do that just to give you the pass-through over the frame rails so that you can store your larger tables, your fishing poles, or even longer umbrellas if you choose to. So a lot of storage inside of this. You'll notice we have full body paint on this coach. That is standard. If you're not enticed by the colors on this, we do offer different color packages. The same design, just different color packages. And so we believe that the colors we've chosen, it will meet the majority of this population in North America that you'll fall in love with right away. But it is multiple coats of clear on this. You're going to get a nice smooth look on it, and you're not going to be able to feel the paint transitions. That's what's great about our paint shops. They do an incredible job with buffing out in between the clear coats so that we can get a nice smooth finish. You'll also notice that we have square windows. We changed to that for model year 2024. And we carried that on to 2025. Outside, I think it looks good. Those are frameless windows. Your seals are protected from UV rays, but when we're inside, you're gonna really notice that it gives a residential feel to it because it does have integrated blinds in it, both a screen/daytime shade, but then also a blackout nighttime shade. And I don't know if you can see from here with that blackout nighttime shade, it is lined with foil to be able to keep the UV rays and the heat outside of the coach. On top of this coach, you will have a full fiberglass roof. This price point of a coach certainly should have a full fiberglass roof, and we give you one. You're also going to find on the roof 200 watts of solar. It does have a dual controller, so the dual controller will send a charge to your chassis battery as well as your 4 house batteries that this coach has. This coach is powered by an 8,000 watt diesel generator that's plumbed to your chassis. So the great thing about that is, as I'm filling up my chassis, I'm filling up my generator fuel as well. Also on the roof of this, you're gonna have 2 15,000 BTU air conditioners. In your main living area, that air conditioner will have a heat pump in it. If you live in the north, I would encourage you. That heat pump is an incredible asset to you as a user. Why is that? Because the furnace is run by a fixed propane tank. It's fixed on board. And so the great thing about that heat pump, also coupled with the fireplace inside of this that does have a heat element in it, is on those bumper months where it's a little bit cooler, March, April, maybe even the mornings in May, and then October, November, for certain it gets cooler in the mornings, daytime temperatures warm up. But rather than having to fire up your furnace, which is going to burn the LP in this fixed tank, and then you're going to have to go find somewhere to fill up that fixed tank, those heat pumps and the heat strip in the fireplace definitely take the coolness out of that morning air and nighttime air. And so I love the heat pumps. I do feel as though oftentimes it's undersold if you're in those northern climates. Now, if you're in Arizona, those winter times, obviously not as cold as they are up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, but at the same time, you're able to utilize those and really conserve your propane. So let's continue back this coach. Our bedroom slide, it is a campsite bedroom slide. One of the unique things with Entegra Coach, and I'll show you here in a moment, is that we are using the appropriate slide mechanisms for the size of slide. The only time we're using a Schwintek slide-out system is on our bedroom slides. Now, Schwintek slide-out systems, they are rated for full-wall slides. They are a great slide system, but we want to make sure that your slide systems work as foolproof as possible and really long-term, not just for the first 6 months that you own it. So we're only putting those light-duty slide-out systems on our bedroom slides. You'll notice on our on our living room slides or our dinette slides, we're always using a rack and pinion style called a power gear system. It's a heavy duty system that in reality, it does take me 2 hands to pick that system up. This slide system, I can quite frankly pick it up with my pinky finger. So we are utilizing heavy duty slides in heavy duty applications, whereas if you look at our competition, you may not always find that. So I wanted to point that out as we're walking back this coach. Inside of this compartment will be our propane tank, and then we do have more storage here in the rear. But talking about the rear of the coach, you'll notice that we do have a complete one-piece fiberglass rear cap as well. Now this primarily, I'll tell you, is for aesthetic purposes. At the same time, it does offer you a little bit more insulative qualities as well. So it will help out with that, both with sound and temperature. You'll notice that we have a third brake light on every Class C that we build. That is a safety thing for us. At times your side, if you are towing, at times your side markers could be obstructed. And if they are obstructed, we want to make sure that the person behind you has adequate stopping time by seeing your taillights. You're going to find the third brake light. You'll also notice on this coach, for safety purposes, we have our side view cameras and then also our rear mounted camera. So that's been an outside look at this coach. Let's go inside and look at this Entegra Coach Accolade. So we are inside the beautiful 2025 Entegra Coach Accolade. This floor plan is a 37K. It's one of our best-selling floor plans, and I think you'll see why here in a moment. Has a very residential feel. Something that's new for this model year is our new Sony 10.1-inch infotainment center in the dash of this motorhome. There's nothing more annoying than an individual trying to look at their screen from Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, whatever navigation map you're using, and not being able to see it because it's so small, or maybe there's a glare on it. We've upgraded this. It's a name brand Sony. It's not a knockoff brand. It is a high quality head unit. Great thing about this is it does have a low glare screen coating on it. So as a result, when you're in the sun, you're going to be able to see it really from any angle. Talking about technology, currently I already referenced that Sony head unit. This does have a Firefly multiplex system running and powering this coach. Multiplex system, just a fancy word for saying a whole house control in a screen. Great thing about the Firefly system is I can download the Mira Vega app on my phone, and as a result, I can be out at the campsite and I can be sitting enjoying the fire, and it starts to get cool inside. From my app, I can turn on my furnace, or it's getting hot inside, I can turn on my air conditioners, a whole house control from outside of this coach. Also, another great thing, this does have the equalizer EQ leveling system on it. I can download an app to my phone. I can be setting up my campsite and then level the coach while I'm setting it up from outside of the coach. So this coach does have a lot of technology. It does come standard with a in-motion satellite, and then also the WineGuard 2.0 Connect. The WineGuard 2.0 Connect is great because it is a Wi-Fi range extender. So if you're set up at the campgrounds far away from the router, it'll grab the signal, intensify it, and you have a mobile hotspot inside this coach. Also, another function, it is a paid function, is you can have it be a 4G LTE hotspot. So this can be a mobile hotspot going down the road without using data from your phone. As you're going to notice inside this coach, as I said, very residential. You'll notice that our cabinet doors and drawer fronts are oversized. We've reduced the visible stiles, so it gives it a very residential feel inside of this. A lot of kitchen storage space for such, I would say, relatively small kitchen. At the same time, you're going to notice storage all over the place. As you enter into the door, we have a nice little coat closet. You can put shoes in there as well, so a place to put your umbrella. Easy in and out, grab what you need, get out, and enjoy the outdoors if you need a windbreaker that day. We've got the dinette with the Entegra exclusive legless dinette. Great thing about this dinette is I can slide all the way over to the window and I'm not going to bang my knee on any diagonal rod. I love this dinette. It's operated on a gas strut. As I put it down into the bed position, the gas strut pressure is relieved from it, and I just slide my dinette cushions over it, and I'm able to have another sleeping position. Talking about the dinette still, we have a seat belt in every seating position with Entegra coaches. I already mentioned outside, safety is a big deal to us. By law, we're not required to put them in the rear-facing dinette, but we put 2 seat belts in that dinette and 2 in this dinette, as well as 2 child safety tethers. So if you're bringing the kids along and they're still in boosters or car seats, you're going to be able to strap them in safely in this forward-facing dinette. The sofa also has 3 seat belts included. So within this coach, you can safely seat belt 9 people. So that is a big deal to us because safety is a key thing. If you can sleep 9 people, you sure in the world better be able to seat belt 9 people. Coming to the other side of the coach, you will see a 21 cubic foot residential refrigerator with ice and water in the door. We've got half of it being the refrigerator, just like at home. The other half is your freezer. Great thing about this is it's exactly the same size as your refrigerator at home, maybe even a little bit larger. So you're going to be able to take along enough groceries, enough fresh food and frozen food for your entire trip. Less runs to the grocery store while you're out and about. As I said, this is one of our best-selling floor plans, and a lot of it has to do with this area that I'm standing in currently. It feels very much like a living room at home. I have my sofa. These are powered on both ends, so you will see that these are powered recliners, both ends. Then also in the center, that is a power recliner as well. The button is in between the seats, so you just simply move that in and out. Also with USB ports, cup holders, very plush, very comfortable. Right across from your 40-inch smart television. As I mentioned, we're upgrading sound this year. So in a lot of our models, we included a JBL soundbar, the Aura soundbar. With this, it is Bluetooth. It's wired directly to your television, or you can stream your favorite music app through this to give you incredible sound inside of this coach. And so we want you to have a high quality sound experience inside of this coach. As I mentioned, on the outside, we do have a fireplace that does have a heating element in it, so it does give you incredible auxiliary heat. Now, if you think back probably 4 or 5 minutes, time flies, maybe 7 minutes outside of the coach, we talked about the square windows and how they give it a very residential feel. As you'll notice inside here, we did eliminate the valances a year ago. This unit is, these windows are framed out just like yours would be at home. As I mentioned, we have our nighttime shade on the outside of it is foiled to keep the UV rays and heat out. And then we can slide it up to either the day shade or you can call it a bug net. Unlike your standard windows that most motorhomes put in, that have a small crank, you can crank out those windows about 2 to 3 inches. With these windows, they do go out. I won't show you, but they do go out, and we have this prop rod. So you get about 6 inches of opening on all of these windows to give you plenty of ventilation inside of this coach. So I absolutely love the look of them, the functionality of them, the built-in shades. You don't have to worry about the valances and roller shades any longer, but it just gives it a great feel inside of this. This 37K does come equipped with a half bath as well. This half bath is a crowd pleaser because if you are hosting, maybe you are at the game, maybe you are at a race, somebody doesn't have to go back into your master bedroom in order to use the facilities. Rather, they can come into this half bath and utilize it without ever going into your personal living space. And so from that aspect, this floor plan is a great seller for us because a lot of people like their bathrooms to be really their own private sanctuary. And so we give you that, the private sanctuary. Coming back into the bedroom, there is a pocket door for a complete close off. That way you can have a full ensuite back here with your bathroom in the rear of the coach, your king size bed that is on a power lift, and then just your own little haven for the end of the day. What I love about this bed lift mechanism is I can be sitting in bed and I can have it at any incline angle I want or even flat. If it's flat, obviously I'm utilizing the pillows to prop me up. Directly across from the foot of the bed, we have a 32-inch smart television. This smart television, if I'm connected to that WineGuard 2.0 or maybe even my digital hotspot on my phone, if I choose to go that route, I can stream anything on this for the end of the day. So if you're in the midst of streaming at home and you're watching an incredible series that you don't want to do without, that smart television is going to be a great feature for you just to wind down at the end of the day. Right beside me is where we would option a stackable washer dryer. This unit has been optioned with it. Standard is no washer dryer. These would just be storage areas, but also note that if a dealership did bring this in without the washer dryer, we do prep it for a washer dryer so it's easily added either at the dealership or even a year or two into ownership. We have it prepped just in case you change your mind at the end. You'll notice the solid surface nightstands on both sides, as well as your wireless charging with a USB port in the side. Overhead, full bank of cabinets, very deep, very strong. You'll notice 2 struts. 2 struts is a simple addition. A lot of our competitors will just do 1. What I love about this is going down the road, it's not going to rattle. Now this is going to be loud, so I just prep you. 2 struts give me a very solid close. So when those guys are closed, they are closed. You don't have to worry about if you take a corner a little bit too hard about your book sliding out of here or anything sliding out of here. Now, if you have a bowling ball up there, it may slide out. I wouldn't put bowling balls up there, but a lot of storage space. There is also a 110 volt outlet on the far end of this overhead cabinet. You'll notice as we come back into the bathroom, I'll let you guys go into the bathroom, that there is a very large sized shower. How many times are you needing to get in the shower and your just elbows are tucked against your side and you can't wash your hair because there's no space? We give you a large shower in these Accolades. Every Accolade floor plan has an incredibly large shower, also very ample storage space in the bathroom for all of your linens, all of your hair care and face products, and then also a nice medicine cabinet if you want to have storage inside of there as well. Also a porcelain foot flush toilet. So this Entegra Coach Accolade has been fully decked out with not just your needs, but a lot of your wants as well. Has enough cooling power for when you are vacationing in those hot climates. Has enough storage within this coach, whether it's the bedroom or main living area. Full banks of drawers over here in your kitchen as well. That as you're out camping, if you want to take a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month road trip, courtesy of your washer dryer, you can do that. You have plenty of storage space inside of this coach. So this has been the inside of this 37K Entegra Coach Accolade. Real quickly, I want to go outside and show you those slide mechanisms we were talking about. So as I mentioned, the 2-year warranty is a big deal to us, and we go above and beyond the industry standards. These are the Schwintek slide mechanisms. And I can tell you that these Schwintek slide mechanisms, when used in the right application, they have a long lifespan. The problem is that within the industry, they're used, in my opinion, sometimes on oversized slides where they shouldn't be. A fun fact about these is that the manufacturer of those has offered every manufacturer in the industry the ability to come in and do weekly audits. And this happened about 4 years ago. We are the only manufacturer that has this company come in and do weekly install audits on all of our Schwintek mechanisms. We do that intentionally because we want to make sure that we are giving you really that long-term use, problem-free use in this motorhome. And so that's a big deal to us. Now, let's go around to the other side of the coach. I want to show you the power gear system that I already mentioned. Now, within the industry, on this price point, this is unique to Entegra Coach. We use this power gear system, and as you can see underneath, these are heavy-duty rack and pinion style slide mechanisms. So take a look at those. A lot of manufacturers will not be using these on either a full wall slide or their heavy weight bearing slides. Why is that? Simply because it costs more money. Now, I can tell you that all the manufacturers, we try to hit certain price points. At an Entegra Coach, we are able to hit those price points even with installing, in my opinion, more appropriate components for specific applications. And so these power gear slide systems, these are a big deal. Now, all of our slide outs, if there ever were to be a malfunction, a failure within the motor, there's always a way to either manually retract, or if it's an electrical issue, to hook up to a 12-volt screw gun battery and retract it. So you're never left stranded out camping. But also with that 2-year warranty, I will tell you, we build a good motorhome. So rest assured, we've done everything we can to protect your investment, whether it's the one-piece fiberglass front cap or utilizing the appropriate slide mechanisms, heavier duty where we can and need to, we do it for you. Again, my name is Corey Weatherton, and I am Director of Product Development here at Entegra Coach. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video today on the Entegra Coach Accolade 37K. Now, if you want to put your eyes on this and you don't know who your local Entegra Coach dealer is, go to our website, find our dealer locator, put in your zip code, and it'll tell you who the closest dealer is in your state or province. Now, if you do have more technical questions that your dealer's not able to answer, you are always welcome to call us here at the factory. Now, here's the key thing. When you call our 1-800 number at the factory, let the receptionist know what state or province you're from. I say that simply because at times I get phone calls from viewers who have questions. Quite frankly, there's only one of me, and we have a lot of regional sales managers who are responsible for your state or province you live in. Ask for the regional sales manager for your state or province. They will connect you to that individual to be able to answer any question that you do have. And if they don't know the answer, they will probably get with me or one of our engineers for that answer. But I can tell you, our regional sales managers, highly trained, highly knowledgeable, they'll be able to walk you through the specs of a coach like this. Thank you so much for watching. Get down to your local Entegra Coach dealer and get your eyes and hands on one of these 37K Accolade Coach.